Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of MegoMuseum's Mint Off Card. And we are delving into Wave 8 yet again with our look at Stan Lee. We did a vote on Twitter, and this was the #1 most requested figure that I review. Stan Lee is an interesting choice for Mego, as he is a real person and not a monster or a superhero or a space guy. But he is, of course, very attached to comic books, and especially the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where he has appeared in every single one of their films. So this is kind of a clever way of getting a Marvel license that is actually not a Marvel license, as Stan is just, his likeness is negotiated through his estate. As a kid, I wanted to be Stan Lee, not because I thought he created every comic. I viewed him as the boss of a comic book company, and that's what I wanted to be. As an adult, I view him as, more importantly, the ambassador for comics. I think he changed a lot of hearts and minds and did his part to legitimize the medium of comics, and that's how I choose to remember him. So that's the main reason I purchased this figure was, this is a childhood icon, and he is connected to some very happy memories of mine. The packaging for this is nice. Originally, Mego showcased a black card, which kind of looked memorially. I prefer them adding the color that they did for the final product. I mean, the man is ingrained with comic books, and comic books are color. On the back, we have the credits, and the card layout is done by Jason Young. The sculpting is done by Scott Fensterer, and I haven't heard that name in a while, but Scott actually did the Greatest American Hero figure for the FX convention a long time ago now. And, of course, we have Rachel Baker doing the clothes. And, of course, the clothes are basically generic Stan Lee type clothing, and I'll get into the fun of that after the break. As always, the purpose of Mint Off Card is not to give you my opinion, but to help you form yours. So, without further ado, let's rip Stan off of his plastic prison and see what shakes with some fun music. Excelsior! So there you have him, true believers. It's Stan the Man Lee. Personally, I think that they've done a wonderful job of capturing his likeness. The head sculpt is great, and it clearly transferred well through production. I know who it is. I don't think it looks unusual in any way. And it's, for $15, this is a nice action figure of an iconic person. The fun in this is not keeping Stan the way he is. This is something that friends and peers in the Mego community have already started doing, and that is customizing these stands to various appearances and different looks in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I've seen a couple of mailmans using the Cliff Clavin clothes, but I think my absolute favorite is by Paul from Laser Mego. And he has made Stan in his Watcher appearance from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and that's just awesome. I want to do something clever with this, but I can't quite figure it out. All in all, I have to say I recommend this figure. One thing I will say, though, is if you had asked me which Stan Lee you had wanted, I would have probably chosen a younger Stan personally. That's how I like to think of him, as that kind of, middle-aged guy. However, I'm sure that, the majority of people out there think of him from the Marvel movies. So I understand why Mego chose this, but I hope they do a second Stan. I hope this is successful and that we get, a Stan in the 70s and we can get a Jack Kirby. I guess we could make any figure Steve Ditko because there's very few pictures, but what the heck? Let's get some more comic icons. So what do you think of Stan? Are you going to pick him up? Is he not for you? Let me know in the comments below. You can also hit me up in our Facebook group, MegoMania, where over 7,000 Mego collectors congregate. And of course, I'm always available at the forums at MegoMuseum.com. No wrong way to do it. Thank you as always for watching. If you're new to this, I hope you'll consider hitting like and subscribe. I'll be back very shortly with another review. Until next time, buy what you like. Take care.